Intro. You are not here by chance, warrior. You've come seeking something deeper, something genuine. But here's the harsh truth is, most guys are locked in the loop of mediocrity pursues ephemeral desires, never completely comprehending what makes they consider the man irresistible, looks wealthy or charming, but believe me, those are the easy distractions, the high-value attributes that women actually cannot resist are the ones no one talks about. These are the characteristics that determine a man's characteristics, that make him stand out in universe of noise. If you're passionate about unlocking the ultimate form of attraction, you must first become more of a man, more than merely a shadow of others. You must embody uncommon characteristics that demand respect. This isn't for the weak of heart, if you want to be the man women want, are magnetically drawn to. Then listen. We followed closely to the finish, since we are about to disclose their tremendous value. Characteristics that no woman can resist in confidence. Man's confident demeanor, let us address. Without confidence, you can have affluent looks without being apparent. Intelligence, but if you lack it, powerful presence you'll never have, her attention or anyone else's. Confidence is not an option. It is need, is the unshakable confidence that you are enough, that no one's you, must obtain approval before standing. Tall Marcus Aurelius controlled an empire with this approach of writing. Wastes no more time arguing on what a good man should be. Are you squandering time, or are you becoming women? Don't only notice confidence, feel it as you step into a room, the way you hold your eyes, and your voice does not waver when you. Speaking your truth with confidence is primal, symbolizes dominance and stability. Leadership traits are ingrained into, look into their mentality to discover if they do not have it, they will look elsewhere. Trust me, they always do. But here's the terrible fact. Many men fake it, puff up their chests and chuck around bravado and hope no one notices it. Fragile core, let me tell you something. True confidence cannot be faked. It's created from discomfort and forged in discipline and reinforced by action. It is built when you refuse to quit. You overcome failure, and when you demonstrate, stand up for yourself every day. Without that foundation, whatever facade you put on will crumble once it is tried. Warrior, ask yourself this. Do you move? Live life as if you own your destiny, or are you tiptoeing, terrified of being judged? The difference between the two isn't talent or luck, it's mindset. Confidence is understanding that no one can give or take your worth, because it is rooted in your center. It is not loud, does not beg for attention. It is the continuous flame that burns within. It's impossible to extinguish. And if waiting for clearance to begin here, stop waiting. You do not need validation from someone other than her. Society does not consider your past to be of tremendous value. He does not wait for the stars to align. Travels confidently through life, knowing that he simply needs his own approval right now. Ask yourself if you are that man yet. What is stopping you too, empathic listeners? Let us get one thing straight. Most men don't listen. They endure noise. They nod and zone out. Wait for their turn to speak, and then they wonder why women shrink away. They are considered emotionally unavailable. Here's the brutal reality. If you can't truly listen, you are simply another forgotten man amid a sea of mediocrity. Empathetic listening is not passive. Rather, it an act of power, is more than merely hearing. Her words are being understood. Her emotions, unsaid anxieties and hidden desires. Women crave this. Connection is more important than anything else. Trust me, she will choose the man who listens carefully to the one who merely talks about himself all the time. Women are biologically wired to seek, emotionally safe, and if you can't provide it, and she'll look for someone. Epicus once said, "We have two, Ears and one mouth, so we can listen, twice as much as we speak, and most males live as if they have two mouths, and no ears, are too busy talking to anyone. Understand, do not be that man when you actually listen, you separate. Distinguish yourself from 99% of males who are too self-absorbed to care. You show her that. You are not just physically present, emotionally, which is rare. Appealing, now allow me to be harsh for, if you are unable to master this skill, you'll always be a step behind her. Confide in someone else, connect with someone else, and ultimately choose someone else's. Listening is not a skill, it is a survival tool in the game of relationships. Ask yourself when she say, are you actually present? You're only trying to be because she understands the distinction, and if you are not, you have already lost the ability to properly listen. With her 3 chivalrous manners, let us not chivalry today. Most people have forgotten this. How to be men, they have abandoned the strength and grace that define true. For ages, chivalry has not been considered masculine. Outdated is rare, and rarity equals power. When you hold the door, walk to the side. Closest to the street or standing when she enters the room, you send a clear message, I'm not like the others. And trust women have seen that chivalry is not about impressing her, is about respect. Respect for her and yourself. Alexander the Great once stated, I am indebted to my father for living, but my teacher for living well. What's your teach the values you chose to live by? Chivalry is not a weakness, rather it is mirror of power so unwavering. You can afford to show kindness. Without losing your edge, here's the terrible fact. Some of you think gallantry makes you a good guy who has been misled to. Women do not reject kindness. They reject men who are kind because they have backbone. If you consider opening a door or paying for supper, you are entitled to her devotion. You're not chivalrous. Manipulative chivalry is unselfish, doing the correct thing because that is who you are not because of your expectations. In return, ask yourself, warrior, when was the last time you acted with honor simply because it was the correct thing to do? When was the last time you stood firm? Not because someone was watching, because your values demanded it. Gallantry is a vanishing art, because most males are also. They believe they are too weak to embody it. Vulnerability is riskier than kindness, makes them soft, but this is the truth. Kindness without weakness is dangerous. A man's ability to protect, cherish, and believe me, women, they are wired to seek balance. Psychology seeks a man who can lead, care without dominance. The chivalrous guy does not submit. He just stands out and becomes unforgettable for sense of humor. Let's sense of humor. Face it, if you can't make her laugh, you'll never convince her to remain. Women are, I'm drawn to humor like a moth to flame. Not, it's cute, but it's, having a strong sense of humor does not simply entertaining disarms, intrigues, and captivates her, demonstrating that you are not. You can be rattled by life's turbulence. Stand in the storm, smile, and believe. I find that irresistible, but let me be harsh. Most men understand this. Wrong, they confuse humor with clownery. They crack desperate jokes, strive too hard to be hilarious but end up embarrassing. Genuine humor isn't forced, it's effortless. It is the wit that comes from confidence, is the charm that emerges from intelligent women can detect insecurity and comedy a mile away, and if your jokes are a disguise for self-doubt, she will lose. Respect faster than you can blink. Marcus, one of history's greatest leaders. For instance, in his writings, Aurelius recognized life's absurdities with, he was not in a calm, knowing perspective. Despite his bitterness, he found humor at its core. Stoicism is defined as the ability to laugh at life, to demonstrate that no challenge, failure, no obstacle can shake your Determine that when you embody this, you are not just humorous, you're magnetic. And here's the psychological truth you need to hear. Humor fosters emotional connections when you make her laugh. You're not merely amusing her, you're generating moments she'll replay in her head long after. Your gone laughing stimulates dopamine, the feel-good chemical, and guess what? She will associate that emotion with you. But if your humor is harsh and obnoxious, or comes at someone else's cost, you will attain the opposite revulsion. Instead of attraction, Warrior asks, this is a mirror of your own humor, of your power, or a shield for how do you use your insecurities. Women do not want to connect or be covered up. A jester, they need a king who lighten the weight of the planet with a single witty statement, if you can master. This balance will make you unforgettable, but if you can't, allow me to be honest, you'll fade into the background like so. Many others who have never grasped the true power of a genuine, let's quit laughing about physical fitness. Physical fitness pretending it doesn't affect your physique. What is your first statement to the world? Speaking before doing a powerful, disciplined physique isn't just appealing, is a signal of who you are. It tells her you are a man who takes charge, who doesn't shy away from difficult work, who respects himself enough to invest in his own strength, believe me. Women notice this more than they ever will. Admit it, but here's the hard fact. Many men ignore this and let their health slip, blaming time and genetics or ineffective justifications. Do you? Consider a hero like Alexander the Great. Led armies across continents, and a weak physique and weaker will. He recognized that. Physical strength was inseparable from. He exercised not only for mental strength, war, but for his own and others' esteem. Others say that if you neglect your body, you will. You are losing more than just physical attraction, informing the world and her that you don't value yourself. And let's be clear about this. It's not about aesthetics, it's about the gym is more than simply a place to build muscle in a crucible. Justifications are burned away with every drop of sweating, every rep, every minute of pain, proof that you are willing to endure. Growth ladies are pulled to this knot. Because they worry about six-packs, they admire what it signifies. Dedication, resilience, and the capacity to push through discomfort psychologically. Fitness is associated with dominance. Man exudes confidence and vitality. Women are biologically capable. Studies demonstrate that people are programmed to seek out partners. That physical fitness is directly related. Higher testosterone levels, which affect not only your look but also charisma, vitality, and the manner you carry yourself as you enter a room. Fit and poised, your presence alone commands attention, so Warrior asks, what does your body say about you? Is your current situation a reflection of your discipline or a monument to your excuses? The truth is harsh but straightforward. If you can't control your body, govern your life. She knows it deeply, down. Thus your physical health isn't. It's not just about looking beautiful, but also about being ready for challenges and possibilities. For life itself, if you are not prepared, someone else will. B6 Grooming and Styling. Let's cut to grooming and style. In the chase, your look serves as armor. How you groom yourself, the clothes. You choose the details that you care about. All these signs are loud and clear. Regarding how much respect you have for, believe me, women notice them. Observe everything, and here's the harsh truth. If you appear to not care, she will not groom herself because it is not for vanity. It is mastery of the minor things. Make sure your beard is crisp, skin is clean, and your scent is UN. Forgettable, not dominating women have a physiologically enhanced sense of smell, designed to detect pheromones and signals. Of vitality, a man who smells fresh conveys an attitude of subtle confidence, makes a lasting impact, but neglect This will help you blend in with the crowd. Forgettable Faces style is no different. It's not about pricey brands, flashy trends. It's about owning your look for a well-fitted suit and a crisp shirt. Even the way you roll your sleeves speaks volumes, indicating that I am a man. Standards Marcus Aurelius did not wear his robes with carelessness. Every detail a strong leader's look was mirrored. If you consider his discipline and thought, why don't clothes matter? Every powerful figure in history paid attention to their style is communication. Plain and simple, but let me be tough. Most men undermine themselves by being sluggish or disinterested. They believe grooming is unneeded. That style is superficial. These are the same men who ask why. They are overlooked because they are not. Taken seriously, women are biologically I am drawn to men who exhibit features of order, and refinement is an indicator of mental. A disheveled man has emotional stability. Doesn't just look untidy, he feels messy. Psychologically, grooming and style are, when you look good, you feel more confident. You feel excellent and have confidence. Radiates in your posture and tone, complete presence. A man who cares for himself projects dominance is not aggressiveness, but control. Let's be real, women crave control, not so. Warrior, look in the mirror. Do you see how you are presenting yourself as a man of merit, or as someone who doesn't even respect his grooming? And style is not about impressing people. They're about embracing your own worth. If you can't do it, why should she? See it in you. The truth is harsh, but undeniable deniability of how you present you determine how the world works. Women respond. You 7 have emotional maturity. Emotional maturity. Maturity doesn't mean managing your emotions or about comprehending them, accepting and applying them to your advantage. Too many males reside in the shadow of their emotions. Releasing anger, jealousy, or fear drives their behaviors. However, true power resides in not letting these emotions to own you instead of own them, and don't respond to life's obstacles. You respond to them calmly. Reason and self-discipline is what Marcus separates the lads from the men. Aurelius was one of the finest Stoics ever live, governed an empire, but what set? What distinguished him was his ability to keep his emotional stability in the midst of chaos leadership when his generals failed. His empire was on the verge of collapse. Marcus did not lash out, went inward, meditating on his own, understanding his response, and then make decisions from a position of calm knowledge. Is the power of women are predisposed to seek emotional maturity, emotionally stable, and they will naturally gravitate towards a man who proves that women are attracted to guys who don't give up when things get tough. They want a man who can face adversity with strength, not one who lashes out. Anger or insecurity, emotional maturity, is about taking responsibility for yourself. Instead of putting your feelings onto others, it's about not allowing your emotions drive your decisions, but use them as a compass to keep grounded. Stable and serene when you operate you reach a state of emotional maturity. You are the constant force in a woman's life, are someone on whom she can rely, does not get buried in drama or overreact. Modest issues, you become a man who leads with knowledge and knows when to be gentle, and when it comes to being firm, ladies are not. They are attracted to chaos. Men who can bring peace, not only in their own lives, but also in those of warrior, asks those he cares about. How do you react to life? When you face problems, you let your emotions to play out. Take control, or do you dominate the path? It's not easy to achieve emotional maturity. Demands self-awareness and control, responsibility, but as you walk that path, you develop a foundation of trust, respect, and admiration, and that's kind of emotional strength that no woman can resist, warrior. It's time to look. Look in the mirror and face the truth. Either accept this path of advancement mastery, or you remain stationary, like the countless men have been forgotten. Characteristics we have shared with you today. They're not simply about attracting women, they're for creating the life you wanted, designed to lead high-value males who do not beg. Beg for attention, they earn it. Don't chase them. It's time to stop being like everyone else. It's time to be the man who stands tall, unflinching in his power, presence, and purpose. If you're ready to level up and rise above the noise and become a man who can't be ignored, then write a comment stating that the challenge has been accepted rather than just stop there, like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, your trip toward becoming the best version of yourself. Begin now, but only if you truly committed to the grind. Remember, it is not for everyone, but if you dare,